Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you're watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks, and it is a brand new episode of Who's That Cosplayer? And joining me today is somebody that I would like to consider a legend. Like, this man has so many amazing and phenomenal cosplays, and I finally had the opportunity to meet him at KatsuCon this year, and that is Sawggycosplayer. Swaggy, how you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
Hey,
Uh,
I'm doing fantastic, man. I just finished leg day at the gym, and it's
that's
a busy night up here on Who's That Cosplayer because I got so many amazing interviews that I'm doing tonight, and you're the first one. So thank you so much for joining me tonight.
and it's a pleasure to be here. And everybody, I apologize. I'm in project mode, so I'm in my cosplay case. So all my stuff is just a little all over the place. I've been trying some stuff on, just trying to get some things figured out. But it is what it is.
Hey, and that's totally understandable because when you're a cosplayer of your caliber, and like I said, y'all, this man has a lot of amazing cosplays. So if he's in the cosplay cave right now, the brain is cooking and the hands are moving. So thank you so much for taking some time away to come up here on Who's That Cosplayer and let me interview you. So before we get into today's interview, everybody that's watching, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And as D always says, podcast link down below in the description. Like, follow, subscribe. So let's go ahead and get into today's interview. So Swaggy, the first question that I ask each and every guest up here is, what is your origin story? Every hero or villain has one. So tell everybody who you are.
All right. So I mean, people say all this stuff like they look up to me and call me a legend like you did. I'm like, nah, I'm just a regular dude, man. I'm just having fun. I mean, I was just a regular kid going. Well, I'm Cameroonian. That's why I'm in my Cameroonian shirt right now. I moved to the U.S. when I was 9 years old. I just been a nerd my whole life because we didn't even have TV growing up in Cameroon. So when I came up here and first got TV, I watched TV every day, and then you started reading comic books a lot. I was a big nerd growing up. So, I was growing up in Baltimore, and being a nerd, you got to get picked on a little bit. But so I tried to hide my side a little bit, but I was still a nerd in the low, doing my thing. Then as I went up and through high school, like times were changing, people started accepting it more. So I was open about it more in high school. College, I was definitely open. I was wearing my Static Shock shirt every day, my hoodie. I had a Superman shirt. I was walking around with the Naruto jacket. Man, I was not playing around in college. So I was like, man, forget it. I'm getting older. I'm going to accept myself. Then a couple of friends of mine, and my last year, like, hey, we're going to Cleveland Comic Con. I'm like, what's the Cleveland Comic Con? They're like, because they all knew I was nerdy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you should come with us. I'm like, all right. So I went there. I just went there, and like I saw these people like dressed up. I'm like, wait, hold up. People do this? I'm like, yeah, it's called cosplay. I'm like, oh shit, I could definitely get into this. So like literally the summer of 2016 is when I actually did a first cosplay. I did Ty from Digimon. I love Digimon, of course. And I just went to the Columbus one over here in Ohio. I just went to that. It was called Wizard World at the time. And then I didn't really have an account or anything like that. I just saw like more and more people, cosplaying and whatnot. I'm like, you know what? Let me actually try this out. And then like December of 2016 is just when I started. And that's the origin.
And the rest
Sorry,
is
the long
history.
origin.
And I mean, and then like you see, how far you come since then. And it's crazy because like I went to my first convention in 2016, but I didn't actually start cosplaying until 2018 because I was bigger at the time. And I felt like, if I really want to get into cosplay, I have to lose weight so that way I can cosplay the characters that I want to cosplay, because they don't really, I mean, they probably make, plus size cosplays now that, that are bigger, but, back then it's just like, you had to get custom orders and whatnot. So that's awesome. Your origin story was awesome and whatnot. And, now I wanted to piggyback off of something that you had said about like, coming up and being a nerd. Like I hear that all the time, being in school, you had to be an undercover nerd. You couldn't let people know that you were into anime or certain video games and whatnot, because if you were, people would come after you. And I just love that as time moved forward, it started to become more open and acceptable to be a nerd. And, I just love hearing people's stories of how, the nerdum, the things that they love growing up and doing cosplay and whatnot. I just loved it. I love the transition of everything. So I want to ask you, because you have so many amazing cosplays. I always ask everybody to give me their top three, but because you've done so many, give me your
So
top five favorite cosplays that you've done so far.
my top five favorite that I've done. Let's see. I definitely love my Black War Greymon. That was my very first big build ever, and I've redone him like twice already. But like I love the finished product that I have of him. He was my favorite Digimon growing up. Let's see. I love my Darkwing Duck. I was a 90's kid, but
Yeah.
I'm a 90's kid at heart, man. I love Darkwing. I love all the different versions I've done of him. Let's see. I don't know. I like my Zero a lot. I just need to upgrade him to better suit my body. Because I will originally I went for accuracy at first, but that doesn't work because he has big
Yeah.
folding arms. Yeah, I'm like I love Zero as a character, so I need to do a better version in the future and working on that. Let's see, what are the other favorite? Oh, I love my Bender cosplay. I just can't ever wear it anywhere because I need somebody to actually help me out with it. And a lot of stuff I do, I just do at home and whatnot. So it's like a struggle to get in and out of it. So, and I really try to burden people to come help me out with my cosplay. The only time I like legit need help with a cosplay is like when I'm putting on my Black or Green Man or Woman cosplay because I can't barely see in those.
Yeah.
So other than that, most of them I make it all freely movable in me. And my last favorite one I would probably say is definitely my Static. Static's my favorite superhero, and I just love the way I love the way I put it together, and I'm probably never gonna change that look. Just love the way it's just me. So
Yeah, I love that. And you talk about Digimon, you talk about Static Shock, and I do just want to mention everybody that's watching. We interviewed Ty's voice actor, Joshua Suck. You can check out his interview. It is up here on the channel, or you can listen to it on the podcast. And then we also interviewed Jason Marsden, who voiced Richie on Static Shock. And you can do the same thing. You can watch the video up here on YouTube, or you can listen to it on the podcast. So, I love how. But what was that?
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, awesome people, man. And whenever I go to conventions, man, it's always a good feeling, like when you see people that you interviewed and they remember who you are, because it just means that you left a good impression with them. So, I'm very fortunate and thankful to, have this platform that I have and have the opportunities that I've had with interviewing people and whatnot.
Yeah, it's a good thing what you're doing. Like I'm up on this. Like I rarely do this type of thing because I'm never prepared for it at all. People ask me to come videos, I'm like, I don't know, like where am I going to set up at? And
Yeah,
I never have a place to set up at. Like I have up here, and it's always just a mess because it's just you got so many things going on at one time. Like I'll start a cosplay, leave it alone for a while, and then come back to it. It's just a mess.
yeah. So I want to ask you, like, what is the process like when it comes to making some of the cosplays that you've done? Now it's like, like your King Kai and, some of the other ones that I'll consider like those are like the normal cosplays, but the builds that you actually do, like making the armor, like the Cyborg, the Batman, the War Greymon, like what's the process like for building those?
So for me, I want to feel as comfortable as I can and make it look like the character, and then I'll just do alterations. Like the recent Soundwave, I was actually surprised a bunch of people liked it because it's like a human version of a Transformer. It's not even like you can tell it's Soundwave, but it's not exactly Soundwave. It's like a human being Soundwave. So I try to make it as most comfortable as possible. That's the first thing, is like, how can I make this me so I don't need any help putting it on?
Yeah.
Of course, the Greymons, I have no choice but to put on the head, but you have to know who it is.
Yeah.
So that's the only one that I really actually need help seeing through. The rest of them I don't, because I make it in a manner in which I can comfortably move around. I can go do what I need to do, and no one's bothered by me. I'm not asking them to do this and this for me. That's my biggest thing, is not to have somebody like going to a convention. I don't want to take your time away from you to come help me out with certain stuff.
I feel you on that.
Yeah, I tried to do that at least, because I want all my people that I generally roll with to just go go do y'all thing, man. I'll be over here. I'm doing my thing too.
Yeah.
And and then we meet up at the end of the day.
Who's that cosplayer?
I am Pharaoh_Mans.
Because everybody likes different things. So that's always my first thought process, like how I'm gonna make this comfortable for me. Then I start drawing it up, and then Like I have a general base pattern that that was like when I first started building, it was like a pattern I found on Etsy that I saw. It just like a general body pattern. It was like real simple and real cheap, like $2. I was like, okay, let me try it out. And then I just made something out of it. I'm like, okay, let me find a way to tweak it so it fits me and then it suits my needs. So that base pattern I have had, I just drew around it a bunch of times until I found a consistent theme for myself. So it was a good start. And then I just use that pattern for my body. Arms are always easy because I just gotta draw that one up easily.
Yeah.
So I just basically just draw those up. Legs are always annoying, but I finally decided to just do one consistent pattern where it's just easy for me to slide in and out of.
Yeah.
Where it's not like a full boot, but it's like has like a half thing going on where I just put on socks underneath it to make it look with the same color. To make it look like it's a full armor, but it's not really. But hey, people think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's easy for me to go in and out of. And basically and then just thinking about how I'm going to where I'm gonna wear that. Like that's my thought process is a little bit simple. Like I just look at it and be like, all right, I want to make that how comfortable it is. Okay, and then what do I gotta do to get to this step, and then what do I need to adjust, and then go from there. And then hope I try it on and look good in it.
Yeah, I mean, your cosplays, because like when I ran into you at KatsuCon and I saw your Power Rangers Sonic the Hedgehog collaboration, like it was awesome. And I think that it's really cool because I know you did the Power Rangers one with the Ninja Turtles, and you did a collab with one of my former guests, Roroni Alley, and she did April O'Neil. And I love stuff like that. So, I want to ask you, like, what have been some of your favorite moments from going to conventions over the years?
Honestly, I'm a big party guy. I'm not gonna lie about it. Like I just like having a good time because I'm going to every time I go to a convention, it's like a vacation.
Yeah,
I take time off work to go there, so I'm not there to just mess around. I'm there to go have some fun.
Yeah,
like, I work all week. It's my time to be here. I'm not here for anything else. I'm just here to have fun, have a good time, meet up with some people, get on with our lives. You get what I'm saying? So like me. We've had lots of fun. There's been many different times where we just all just goofing around, just having a good time. Me and my friend Meow That's Right, Cosplays by Shinobi, Ugo and Cosplay, Arvol, his name's Anthony. We all of us we just get together. Like every single day, every time we're together is a different memory.
Yeah. And
everything that we do is always just epic and fun at a convention. So it's hard for me to just limit it to that, but just hanging out with those guys and having a good time. Those are every single moment we have with each other. That's a good memory.
Yeah.
If that simplifies it enough.
Yeah.
But if you want to speak like specific moments, there's been a few times people have asked me to collab with them, and I've loved it. Like for some weird reason, I don't know. People always feel intimidated to come talk to me about stuff. I'm just like, look, I'm not. Like they come up to me like, oh, look up to you. So I'm like, dude, I'm only 5'7". I'm like, yo,
I feel that.
You don't gotta look up to me. Just come say hi, say what's up.
Exactly.
You want to do?
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you on that. And it's like one of those things where it's like I was telling my friends because I had met Leon Ochiro at Katsu, and I went up to him. I got some photos, and I've heard of who he is, but like I had never gone on any of his social media accounts, and I saw that he had like a bunch of followers, and I was just like, at the end of the day, we're all people. It's just that some people have more followers and have, numbers and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's just a number. I feel like you can go up to anybody at a convention, ask, can I get a photo with you or do a video and whatnot? Because at the end of the day, we're all there to have a fun time and then meet other cosplayers, because there's some incredibly talented cosplayers out there.
There are a lot of talented people. I've met a bunch. I've met people that aren't even on social media, just talented. And then I'll meet them, I'll just chop it up with them and just talk to them, see how they did their thing, and they go and just go from there. And I enjoy those. I enjoy that type of stuff. I'm not, like, I never even thought I'd gain this many followers. When I first started, I wanted to be good when I first started, like my first year.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was just like, I don't care. I'm just I'm just gonna be here to just have my fun and go about my business. Like I'm not trying to do anything for clout or anything. I'm just doing what I enjoy, like what I see.
Yeah.
Like there'll be a moment in time I have no inspiration for like months, and then all of a sudden, like that Sonic Power Ranger, I just saw the artwork by Mr. Johns, and it's the dude that commissioned the green gold, and I'm like, I can't take credit for this, but this is freaking awesome, and I want to do it. So when I saw it, I'm like, I gotta do this. Like I tried so hard not to do it. I'm like, I gotta do it. Like he just kept itching at me for like days. I'm like, all right, let me just get started, and I just did it. I messaged them both, and they were like, "Yo, I'm really happy somebody wants to do this." I'm like, "Yes." So it's like that for me. I'm legit just trying to have fun with what I can, the best I can. It's just a hobby for me at this point, so it is what it is.
So we're here at the end of the interview, and I got one final question for you, and that is, what advice would you give to anybody that wants to get into cosplay and they want to do cosplay builds similar to what you do?
Well, the first is start cheap. Go to Hobby Lobby, buy you that little $1.50 12 by 18 millimeter 5mm packs, and then practice with those. They'll save you a bunch of money, and those actually do last pretty well. Because I still have some armor to this day made from those that last pretty long, as long as you take care of it, of course. Start cheap, look up some YouTube videos, and don't worry about what anybody else thinks, because it really doesn't matter. Pardon my language, it doesn't fucking matter what they think at all. You're the one that's putting it on. You're the one that's trying to look good. If you don't look good to yourself, I mean, nobody can help you there. No amount of attention or anything they give you, if you don't look good to yourself, is not gonna make you feel better.
Yeah.
So just pay attention that if you have to look good to yourself, picture how you want to wear it. Watch some guides, YouTube videos, and just see how they go about things, and just practice on your own. Like it's just it's like anything in this world. You have to crawl before you can walk. So just practice it. So long as you got the good mindset for it, and just be smart about it too. Don't let it take you away from the real world. Like we got real issues going on.
Yeah.
It's just putting on the costume at the end of the day, man. Just make sure you get your priorities straight and go from there. Don't kill yourself over a costume. That's what I would tell them. Just take it slow, and then make sure you actually enjoy what you're doing, the character you're doing. Make sure you actually at least have connection for it.
Hey, that's pretty solid advice, man. And I appreciate you giving that advice, because as somebody that is going to be working on a cyborg cosplay in the future, I really appreciate that. And I have been Hobby Lobby, so
I have the pattern for that helmet if you want it. Just shoot me a message. I could just send me an email. I'll shoot that over to you. I gotta find it now though.
Okay, I appreciate that, man, because I really want to do Teen Titan Cyborg. So
the helmets was so easy to make. After I found them, I was struggling with that. I was like, oh, how am I gonna do this whole side piece? And I was just like, this, you know how Google watches you?
Yeah.
Looking at cyber stuff, and then it just popped up and like, oh, this guy has a helmet pattern. I'm gonna just go ahead and purchase that real quick.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I appreciate that, man. So Swaggy, thank you so much for joining me up here on Who's That Cosplayer. It was awesome having you up here. Before I let you go, let everybody in social media land know where they can find you at.
I'm on Twitter. Twitter I'm not really using much, but you guys can follow me on there. But I'm on Sawggycosplayer on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. There's only one Sawggycosplayer, all one word. If you find somebody else, it's not me. All one word, trust me. There's only one of me, and that's it.
Awesome. Hey, and y'all know where y'all can find me, your hero Benjamin Banks at King Benji _Banks on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. You can find me on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Thank you, Swaggy, for joining me up here. Y'all make sure that y'all follow him on all his social media accounts. Stay tuned for some more interviews that we have coming up here on Who's That Cosplayer. Like I always say, keep that pinky up, stay positive. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Peace.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching another episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Podcast, we got that too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for further episodes and notifications. Thanks a lot to our patrons. And if you don't mind, join the Patreon. We'll be having new specials coming up soon.